And then all of a sudden, around 15, 16, I had a massive growth spurt. And I ended up being one of the tallest people. And I was really tall and skinny. But yeah, it was weird that I went from being so small to suddenly so tall. But I love being tall, and I think it gets you places in life. Okay, fact number three. Fact number three is I am from Yorkshire in England, and I am so proud of being from Yorkshire. I absolutely love it here. It's so countrified, and there's so many nice places to go and nice places to visit. Everybody's super friendly and talkative, and if you're out for a walk or on a stroll around the Dales or anywhere really, there's always somebody that will come around and have a chat on your way past, which I really love about it. It's super friendly and just so beautiful with all the countryside as well. Yeah, there's not really anywhere else that I'd prefer to live, I don't think. Everybody talks about moving to different countries and exotic places and things like that, but I think I would always miss Yorkshire if I ever left, so yeah, I'm super proud of it, and I love being from here. Okay, fact number four. Fact number four is my favourite food. And I thought I'd split this up because when somebody asks your favourite food, it's like, it depends when I'm eating or what I fancy on the day. So I've tried to split it up between my favourite meals. What my favourite cooked meal, I mean. So my favourite meal for dinner or tea, the evening meal, my favourite meal is char siu pork with noodles. Now if you've not had char siu pork, it's Vietnamese, Chinese kind of sauce, and it's a sticky sweet sauce, and it's usually with pork, and served with noodles, or you can have it with rice too. But I tried it at a restaurant in Manchester one time, a long while ago, and I was there for a few weeks in Manchester, and because I loved it so much, this one meal, I just went back to the same restaurant nearly every night I was there, because it's so good. And since I've had it there, and when I came home from Manchester, I decided I should try and cook it myself, so I have been making it here, but not quite as nice as they make it, but it's just so sweet and sticky and delicious, and I love it so much. I used to basically like anything with noodles. I was obsessed with noodles for probably 4 or 5 years. I think it was probably when everybody on YouTube and ASMR channels were doing the Korean fire noodle challenges. I used to love watching them, and for some reason watching them eating all them noodles would just make me feel so satisfied and made me jealous that I wasn't eating them all myself. But you should try char siu pork. It's delicious. I think it was made in, or I don't know, kind of invented in China. But you can get it in Vietnamese restaurants, because this was a Vietnamese restaurant that I had it. So I don't know if they took ownership of it and made it their own, or how that worked. My favourite dessert is sticky toffee pudding. And I usually like to drench it, and I mean absolutely drench it, in a full bowl full of custard. I think that is probably the most delicious dessert you could ever have. I know some people use cream this. I really like it when I'm watching ASMR and people have like a really crisp whisper, where certain letters that they say are really crisp. So things like P and T. I really like how precise they sound sometimes. And leading on to that, because I like how crisp some words sound, I really like trigger words. I like trigger words. Things like click and slick and crisp and pluck. I also have just recently found videos of follow my instructions, which I've never really watched before until really recently, but I do find them really relaxing somehow. I don't really get actual tingles from it, but it definitely relaxes me and makes me feel sleepy. Sleepy is another good word. I also really like gum chewing rambles, or just gum chewing in general. I think it's the mouth sounds that I really like with that. So maybe I'll bring out one of them one day. And the last trigger that I've wrote down, but there probably are more, is repeating phrases. I really like it when an ASMR artist whispers a sentence and then repeats it a few times. And the king of this, I think, is Raffy Daffy. He always seems to repeat the same sentence over and over, and I absolutely love it. I find it tingly and really relaxing as well. Obviously the most famous example is, I think the case makes good sounds when he repeated that so much. But he does it all the time as well. If you listen next time, he's really good at it. Okay, fact number six. My favourite sports. Again, I've broken these down into two different categories. Because there's a few sports that I really like to play, and a few sports that I've never played and just like to watch. So the sports that I really like to watch are ice hockey. That's definitely my favourite sport. I absolutely love watching ice hockey. I've never played, but I've been going to watch the team that's local to me for probably 20 years now, at least 20 years actually. And I've been watching them ever since I was young, so I absolutely love them, and we go every week. It's one of them sports where it's such a good atmosphere, and it's so fast paced as well, and you always get quite a few goals in it, so it's really exciting. And we've brought basically my whole family now. Anyone I ever make friends with or work with, I just bring them and they end up loving it. So we have a big group of us that all go together, so it's really fun. Another sport that I like to watch is snooker. I know a lot of people find snooker quite slow and boring, but if you don't want to watch it to see them play it, you can just watch it for relaxing and falling asleep, because it's so slow paced and the commentators McLaren to support and Lando Norris, not just because he's got a good chance of winning it this year, but I've always liked McLarens, and he's a British driver, so it seemed fitting. And I chose to support him before we even got to the Netherlands Grand Prix last year, and he ended up winning it. So after he won that, I was like, okay, yeah, that's it then, Lando Norris. And I got his signature, I got Oscar Piastri's signature, and I got Zach Brown, the team boss of McLaren, to sign a McLaren shirt while I was there, which was amazing. So yeah, they're the sports that I like to watch. The sports that I like to play. I really like playing pool. I like to play pool, and I mean English pool, which is the red and yellow balls and the smaller table. I like watching snooker, but I've never played snooker, and I think I would be absolutely rubbish at it because pool's hard enough on a small table. But I really like to play pool. I used to play pool pretty much every week with one of my friends, but I haven't played for a long time now. I also have started playing tennis with my girlfriend, but we've only been a few times. And there's a tennis court really near where we live, and it's free to play on, so you can just go and play whenever, and you don't even need to book, so it's perfect. So I think now that it's sort of calming down with the weather and not super hot anymore, I think we'll probably go play more often while it's dry. I also really like table tennis, and I used to play field hockey a long while ago. I started playing when I was at school, and then kept up until I left college. But then as soon as I started working, I was working all my weekends, so I couldn't play anymore. But I got to quite a good level. I got to play for my county, which was really cool. And I was a goalkeeper. So yeah, I really loved playing, but I haven't played for a long time. Okay, we're changing the page. Okay, fact number seven. I used to work backstage on musicals. So yeah, when I was around 19, I worked on the Wicked UK tour and the Lion King UK tour. I might do like a full-length video just about this if people are interested, because there's so much to talk about, because I did it for so long and it was such a long time ago. But when I was around 19, I worked on the Wicked UK tour, and I was what they call a technical swing. So basically that means you swing between different technical departments. So I covered sound, automation, carpentry, and stage management. And basically working in a job like that, you get to see the show from different aspects and different angles during the show, which is really cool. So I was working as a technical swing as my first job, so I could learn as I went and pick up little different things about each department, and then decide which department I wanted to work on, like going forward. So I worked on that for around 6 months when the tour ended. And then when that show ended, the head carpenter, who was my boss on Wicked, got in touch with me and basically said that he was going on to the Lion King UK tour and asked if I wanted to join him. So I joined him as a carpenter then. And basically the carpenters are in charge of all the set. They build the set when the show goes to each venue on a tour. The carpenters build the set and then maintain and look after the set during the run. But also we had cues during the shows as well, and cue sheets, which I could also like show my cue sheets from the different shows, which is cool. So I can maybe talk them audiences and flying the cast in certain scenes during the show, which was really fun. And that was my favourite part of the job. But yeah, that's where I actually met my girlfriend on that show. I was on it, I think I started it in 2019, and then around COVID, when all the shows stopped, we were actually furloughed because we couldn't put the show on because none of the venues were open and you couldn't have audiences. So I was really lucky to get furloughed all the way through. But then when we finally got back, a lot of the people that were working on the show at the time ended up leaving, and some people even changed their careers because we didn't think theatre would be back anytime soon, or might not be back ever. So strangely, the Wigs team left. All the Wigs team left the show and went to work somewhere else. And my girlfriend ended up joining, and that's where we met. So it kind of worked out for me that then people left the show, and I got to meet my beautiful, amazing girlfriend, Elise. Which brings me on to fact number 8. Fact number 8. Which is that me and my girlfriend, Elise, have been together for 3.5 years now. And we have so much fun together and have so many cool days out and been on so many nice holidays, and yeah, she's just the best ever. One of the big trips that we went on together was to Southeast Asia, and we actually did a backpacking trip for 6 months. Once we finished touring around the country, we decided we'd go away and travel, so that was really awesome. Okay, fact number 9. Fact number 9 is that my favourite colour is orange. You could probably tell by the light in the background, but I feel like orange light is just so cozy. But I also really like orange because the ice hockey team that I support is orange. And I always feel like anything that I ever want now, I have to get in orange just because of them. Okay, fact number 10. Fact number 10 is my favourite TV show, and that is Breaking Bad. It's one of them TV shows that I've watched over and over again. I've watched it on my own probably around 3 or 4 times, but then I've watched it with my girlfriend, I've watched it with my mum. I just absolutely love it. It's so good. The acting in it is unbelievable. But I also love the storyline as well. Probably closely second to my favourite TV show would be Game of Thrones. But I know that's a bit controversial because of the ending. But I still appreciate all the other seasons, even if the ending was a bit naff. But I really liked Game of Thrones because of all the twists and turns all the way through. And again, it's one of them that if you watch again but with somebody else, you kind of enjoy it even more because you're watching them kind of react to all the different Spotify is basically just a few songs from random people that I like. There's not really any band that I like their whole album or all their songs. So my playlist is a really random mix of different genres and different artists. But I think that's the best way to listen to things, because then, depending on what mood you're in, you have songs from that are related to any mood that you're in, so you're kind of catered for no matter what. Fact number 12, fact number 12, fact number 12, fact number 12 is that I'm an introverted extrovert. I think is the right way around. I actually don't know the difference anyway, but I've basically always been quite outgoing and extroverted in my life, but recently, in the last few years, I've kind of realised how much I like time by myself too, and that I'm not too keen on being in big groups, and I have quite a low social battery. So yeah, I do spend a lot of time with my girlfriend and time by myself too. So yeah, I used to be really extroverted, but I think recently I've found that I can be comfortable and enjoy my own time just as much. So fact number 13 is that I have been to 15 different countries. Now this is including Scotland, Ireland and Wales, which some people might say that they're all just part of the UK, but I'm going to include them all on their own because they are their own countries. The next on the list are France, Andorra, Spain, Switzerland, the Netherlands, Jersey, and Jersey, Vietnam, the Philippines, Thailand, Indonesia. Them four were all on the backpacking trip that me and my girlfriend went on. So we did them 4 countries in the 6 months. The next is the United States of America. We went to America when I was young, and we went to Universal and Disneyland over there. But again, I was around 5 or 6, or maybe even younger, so I don't remember it a whole lot. But I'd love to go back again. And then the last on the list is Portugal. Okay, fact number 14 is the list of the countries that I want to visit. And first started playing hockey, excuse me, you need a big shirt that goes over your goalie kit when you're playing field hockey. So I used to wear the jersey of the ice hockey team that I watch, and the number on the shirt was 33. So from then on, I just became number 33, 33, 33, 33, 33. And he was my favourite player on the team at the time. So 33 is my favourite number, Number 16, number 16, number 16. I've kind of touched on already, which is my love for theme parks and roller coasters. Now, like I said, we went to Portaventura when I was younger, and then me and my girlfriend have been to Portaventura 3 times. We've been to every theme park in England, and we just absolutely love them. We're like obsessed. Before she met me, she was terrified of rides and never really went to any big roller coaster or theme parks. But now we both love them just the same. I think she basically just didn't have any choice because she was with me. We've started a mug collection. From every theme park we go to, we buy a mug. So we've got a collection now. Again, maybe I'll make a video just about that. Okay, fact number 17 is my dream car is a bright orange, because I love orange. Lotus Elise. Now, you're gonna immediately think that I want a Lotus Elise because my girlfriend's called Elise. But weirdly, I actually curry sauce. You go to get chip shop curry sauce for fish and chips. And that's closely followed by getting a Chinese takeaway, a Chinese takeaway, a Chinese takeaway. And my order at the Chinese is salt and pepper chicken, salt and pepper chicken, salt and pepper chicken, and salt and pepper chips, salt and pepper chips. Also, must have is prawn toast, prawn toast, prawn toast, prawn toast, prawn toast. Okay, the last fact, the last fact, the last fact, the last fact. Fact number 20, fact number 20, fact number 20 is, and you'll never have guessed this,